Welcome back to Fast Money. We've got a buzzkill on Peloton, the fitness equipment maker, sinking almost 4% today and on the brink of wiping out all of its pandemic gains. Shares of the company are now down more than 80% from its 52-week high. So is this the end of the ride for Peloton? Dan, what do you make of is this something that can recover?
Well, it definitely could recover, but probably from lower levels. And it goes back to what Karen started the show out talking about, how we remember some really exciting growth stocks, the way they sold off in 00, 01, 02, and they really didn't bottom for a while. And so, we were talking about this earlier, from home in particular is kind of a four-letter word in this market. It certainly was in 2021 when you think about work from home Zoom or work out from home Peloton or school from home Chegg or trade stocks from home Hood or bet from home DraftKings. All of those stocks were down 65, 70, some 80% from their all-time highs in 2021. And you just mentioned round-tripping moves. Well, look at Zoom, look at Peloton. There are gaps. There are further gaps to be had if you're going to fully round-trip these moves. So when things like this fall out of favor, there's no low enough. And I don't think we're there yet with some of them. Zoom, though, would be one at some point in the not-so-distant future at a lower level, I think is a layup.
The kind of growth that we saw during the pandemic may be unmatchable in the future. And so I guess the question here is, when it normalizes back to growth, have we reached a point, though, where future growth has already been pulled forward to the point where there is not much growth in the future? Tim?
Well, look, I like so many of the trends that were advanced and accelerated during COVID, I think people were switching in some sense from the gym to move back home and have the flexibility, et cetera. Look, this has round trip. Let's be clear. This was a $34 stock on February 5th, 2020, before we were that concerned about COVID in this country. Other parts of the world maybe differently. But I think the dynamic with Peloton is I'm more of a buyer when I see the last analysts on the street or a couple that have downgraded this stock from 180 to kind of 110 to 58, 59, and then they come down to $30. Thanks very much. I think this stock is very close, and I do think that there's a lot of value there.
Yeah, when I hear that, I think of Carter Braxton Worth when he says, so bad it's good. Is it so bad yet, though, is the question. Guy?
No, because I think you're waiting for a day just to sort of add on to everything that's been said. You're waiting for a capitulation day in terms of volume, and I don't think you've seen it yet. I mean, it's a stock that typically trades 15 million shares a day. I think you got to wait for a day where it trades north of 75 and has a huge whoosh to the downside, and that probably happens with a 2 handle in front of the now 3 handle. So, if this stock trades in the high 20s on that type of volume, that's when you start to eyes or ears perk up a bit.